So let's play you one. Explain what you're doing, and then I'm going to play the word, and you play what you were doing, and explain where it comes from. Okay, so first bite. Okay, now can you explain then, what are you doing?
Okay, this is just the backup for the art. So this reading is just local reading, and to back up the reading that is coming from that side. So it's just doing the reading. It's natural thing because I was born with music. So I don't need to think before I play it. I don't know how to explain it because it's in me. That's why I can play it to that. Not that we practice it together. I don't know what is going to play with what I play. So the reading is natural with me. So it's
also, can you say something about the instruments?
This one?
Yeah.
This instrument is from Congo or the part of Africa. But what we used to do in Nigeria, I didn't have it here. We have bata, we have junju, we have shekere, we have agogo gun, we have agogo that we used to play. And this agogo represents Yoruba also, and represents Igbo people. But Hausa, east side, they don't go with gun. So they go with something like this. But Yoruba people, they play this, Igbo play this, also Congo, that's how they play gun also. So this just represents all African countries, the continent. So it's not from Nigeria, but it represents all Africa. So this, I would say, from Nigeria, from Africa, from Nigeria, and Nigeria. So.
And Todos. Let me play the white game, the play, and then you explain it to me, the different variations that you have in Congo, etc.
Okay, Aguaya. We got two different tribes. The Kinshasa is the capital. We call it Aguaya, but when you go on the north in Congo and the tribe Mongo, they call it like a Bonyoma. It's the same thing, but it's a different time. Like Aguaya, we play like this. It's the 6/8. But when you're going from on the north on the Congo and the Equator province, the province named Mongo, they call it.
Something here. First, I was playing Afro Puerto Rican rhythm. Wow, for them, he did this clave. And we call clave something like a guy. He did this. Which this clave is used a lot in the Afro-Cuban music. So it comes directly from Congo, and that clave is used also in Nigeria. So the same rhythmic pattern from both of them, which is used. In Puerto Rico, in terms of the yuwa, we use more like it's a little bit different, but it's basically the same 6/8 pattern.
Yeah.
Now, then, when he suggested this, then I brought the tumbadora, which is, remember, is the real name, and I started doing a pattern that is used in religion, like Lukumim, like we're talking about Yoruba, Santeria, they call it Villa, which is a pattern for what they call Villa or Bembe. Can you play the clave again? Excellent. So any questions that anybody could have,
I just wanted to add, Bio said a moment ago that the rhythms that he knows how to play, he was born with. And I want to bring a little point of refinement to that idea. It's not just that he was born with it, it's that it was in the world that he lived in. And that world shaped who he is. That's the reason why when I went to college and I was in music theory and we were doing ear training, I was always good at picking up the rhythmic dictation. My teacher would beat out play a pattern on the piano. It's like, that's easy. Yeah. But when she would play a melody, and I'm like, well, we didn't have that in Compton where you had to I grew up learning to play music by reading music. I don't play by ear. Mm-hmm. So whenever we got to the part where we had to write out these melodies that she's playing along, I suffered horribly. But when it came to rhythmic dictation, all my friends were like, how did you get on with that? Like, well, easy, can't you just listen to the beat? But it's because I grew up in a world that was saturated with rhythm. I love jazz. In my household, in my community, everybody listened to R&B. In Compton, in 1971, Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, nobody's outside. Why?
Soul Train.
Soul Train. So it's something that is a part of your cultural memory, a part of your cultural experience. You learn it all the time. You're inundated with rhythm. I want to ask Bayo a special favor to demonstrate. Many African languages are tonal languages that I have to say this the way I learned it, because I learned from someone who translated Yoruba into English, or translated the Bible from English into Yoruba. So he had a very formal way of teaching it. And he taught us about, that African languages Yoruba had 3 tones. And in addition, they had rising tones and they had falling tones. And like I said, I don't get melodies, so I was always struggling in Yoruba. But one morning on my way to Yoruba class, I decided I was going to be really clear on my intonation. I wasn't going to fumble around and sort of guess and this is low, this is high, this is mid. I'm going to practice everything that I have to say today, and I'm going to sing it as a major chord. Exactly. So when I got to class and I said my first sentence in Yoruba, Professor Welmers looked at me like I had 2 heads, And my Yoruba teacher, Ore Yusuf, looked at me like I had three heads, and they both said in unison, "Why are you singing? We don't sing in Yoruba. Why are you singing?" And it's difficult to explain to people who speak tonal languages why tonal languages are exotic to us and why we go through all the trouble of describing we describing them as high tones, low tones, and mid tones, and rising tones, and all of those other kinds of tones. I spoke with my friend Ricardo Limbo, who's from the Congo and speaks like 7 languages. And we talked for about an hour about linguistics, and he spent the first hour going like, yeah, okay. And then about an hour in, he says, "Oh, I get it. What you mean is that if I say this word," he said one word, he said, "it means this, but if I say the same word, or a similar word with different intonation, it means this." I said, "Yeah," but then he spent the next half hour playing around with words in his head. But I wanted to ask Bayo, because he has 3 drums, can he demonstrate the sound of a language pattern of sentences on your drums? And you'll notice that it's different than the way the drummers play rhythms for dancing.
So this, I will play it, then I will say it for you. Miss Ekason, good afternoon. Ekason, in English, good afternoon. So, and normally in olden days in Africa, music talk to people. When they play, people know what music is saying without saying something out. So when music play, they know what that music is saying. So you say that dancing. That's how we pick the culture. So when they play something, I will dance to it because I understand the language that is coming out from the drum. So as we are playing, the music is speaking. Because you listen to it, you stand up and dance, that means the music is talking to you, for you to stand up and dance without communicating with you. So that's how the music starts. We learn from the speaking to listen to the music. So now the castle. How are you? How are you? Ṣé dáadáa ni? That means Yoruba in English. How are you? Ṣé dáadáa ni?
All right. And it's not like people are walking down the street and people are banging on drums and everybody's like, "Hey, what's up?" But it happens in a particular context. So if Bayo's teaching a lesson and I'm walking down the street and he knows I'm going to the store and he sees me walking by without interrupting his lesson, he'll shut out his reading and I'll
Very simple.
It's
So
the
I greet
context.
him a castle, ṣé dáadáa ni? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. So without saying anything, without looking at each other. So, yeah.
Wow.
Let's do one last rhythm. It's called Corvette. It's played in a town in Puerto Rico called Loíza. In Loíza there are like 2 rhythms that came out of that region. One is Seis Corrido and the other one, which is the faster one. They actually play the Seis Corrido now really fast, but it used to be the faster one, Corvette. So I remember that I played this to you guys and you play different things.
Yeah.
You play something with the stick, but yeah, see if you remember.
Yeah.
questions, any questions that you have about, now, Eric, I have a question. From all that we have done, how do you classify ethnogenesis, Africanism, Creolization?
It's all of that. But is this the first time you all three have played together? In a public
Yes.
performance? Is it something new?
To synchronize it.
Yeah, it's a synchronization, but it is an ethnogenesis of something new. At least for us four, and those of you who are here, you're witnessing the birth of a new sort of thing. You will walk away from this with the memory of being a part of this experience. It shapes your identity going forward. At least I hope so. It's affected me in a way.
Okay, well, so let's go away with some music. If there are no questions? Huh? We want to clap? Huh?
I have a question. Does anybody want to dance?
Huh?
Does anybody want to dance?
Oh.
There's space right there.
Oh, if anyone wants to dance, there's going to be a competition. Well, no, not exactly, but if you want to dance, you can come here and dance.
And the last ritual we call it Manyanga.
Oh, Manyanga. Yeah. Like this rhythm, you guys call it Manyanga. Which I remember I talk about Manyanga, because Manyanga, the famous percussion from Puerto Rico, Giovanni's father. So I immediately related to that with Manyanga. So what do you want to play, like Chacho or?
Okay, let's start with the Sika. Sika, you doing your solo. When we transform to Chacho and go into the solo.
Okay, so everybody lower down, because one thing that you told me, that most African parents in Congo, the lower drum is the one that improvises, while here in the Caribbean is the higher pitch drum that improvises. And also one thing that I forgot to say, it's like, for example, you have hand drums in Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, but why not in the U.S.? Well, there is a reason for that. In New Orleans, there was hand drum. And they play several rhythms that we used to play, like bambula, they call it bambula, we call it bambulae. But the masters in the United States from England, they didn't allow drums. Drums were forbidden. Hand drums were forbidden. That did not happen in Cuba, did not happen in Puerto Rico, so that's why there are so many hand drums from Puerto Rico, from Cuba, from Haiti, and that carry that tradition that comes from the ancestors in Africa. So let's play Sika, Chacho, and then when Tobos do the solo, they're going to do the solo. It's a lower pitch drum, so we go down. thank you very much for coming. And again, we want to thank Valencia College for allowing us to do this here. We want to thank to the sound and technology department that provided the sound. Over there is Peter doing the mixing and everything. Thank you. We want to thank VAHA, which is the Valencia African Heritage Association, that partly sponsored this for us to be here today. And this is part of a grant that gave us Florida Humanities. So we want to thank Florida Humanities for allowing us to actually be able to present this. And also the sponsor of this, I come in here representing the Escuela de Bomba y Plena Tata Cepeda, which we are in Kissimmee, and we are in Orlando too. If you go to Facebook and search for Escuela de Bomba y Plena Tata Cepeda, Instagram, we even have TikTok now. Right? So, so we have TikTok, Instagram,
Twitter.
Facebook. So Escuela de Bomba y Plena, that's Cepeda. And we are going to do two more presentations like this, different. Like the next one is going to be in Valencia, Osceola campus, and we are going to be talking about DNA. So it's going to be a bit more scholarly. We are going to be talking again with Eric, ethnogenesis, Africanism, where most of the enslaved people came from the regions in Africa, and then doing an analysis based on that in DNA. My DNA will be there, like the different regions, which, by the way, I have like 11% from Nigeria, and I have like 20% from Congo, something like that. And we're going to analyze that based also in many bomba practitioners in Puerto Rico that their DNA came from many of these countries. Also, we want to thank Thomas, Bayo, and Eric for being here and doing this. By the way, Bayo, how do you say it? Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Play.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Okay, so thank you. You heard that. So,
What about me? Did you ask me?
huh?
What about me?
Okay, you say it.
Okay. Todos en Lingala.
Yeah.
How do you say thank you?
Botondi. Elikala. In Kikongo, we say Matondo. In Swahili, we say Aksansi. And I got something to say. And the Bible show how we do the talking drums, how you translate the message to the other country or the other people, how you send the message. Because this one was like well, now you're using the cell phone, but that one is the best telephone back on the day. Good telephone. Yeah, that one is the best one. Now we're going to the end. I want to show you the word on the drums when you say the ended for something, when you finish something down. That one, when you come to somewhere or the party or whatever, when you hear the part, the drums play, that means everything's finished. No more drums, no more things that we're down for today. Can I play that?
Yeah.
That means finish. No more.
Okay.
I would like everybody, when we go to the last part, I want everybody to play. You can clap your hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5. Let's try before we're gonna do all together with the drums. That means finish. 1, 2. We trying. We're not gonna play. When you finish everything, that will be the last part. Okay? Just to let you keep it on your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is all is the open. That. Okay? Yeah, let us press bound. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bass. Okay, good. That was good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and when you finish, we're gonna do all together to show the people we finished, we're down for today.
Okay, well, do it.
You have nothing to say before that?
Right.
If you have something to say that, they only gonna be, and when you play that, nothing, no drums, nothing is gonna be played again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, right here.
Hi, so, actually, I'm gonna stay here because I'm gonna fall. I'm just gonna fall. I'm not dancing because
I'm the
I'm
one
very
giving the
clumsy.
idea and they're gonna do my microphone.
So beautiful. Hi, you're too tall. So, my name is Carmen. I'm the co-chair for the Valencia African Heritage Association. I wanted to say thank you all for coming. Those of you who are on Facebook, I've never been in a live stream. I want to say hi, Mom. Also, I just want to say thank you all for joining us. For those of you who received the card, you can watch the title is there so that you can search for them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what have you. Thank you so much for coming. We do have some very light refreshments. Feel free to have some. And we have a lot of different events for Black History Month and actually throughout the semester. This is something that we do on a yearly basis. We'd love to have you here. If you want to learn more
For
about
us or for
Afro, let me know.
Por ella, de aquí de Valencia.
Pues pregúntale a ella, a lo mejor online, en las
Once
redes
again,
sociales.
thank you, and now we can definitely close.
Oh,
Thank you, Carmen.
I have people on the live stream who want to say one more jam session before we finish.
Oh, so sorry, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to, because they want to,
How can I get that video?
5.
yeah, but they want to listen to our jam session. The people online.
That's what I say. If we play that, we don't wanna play drums.
I think we should let's play something. I want everybody to stand up.
Yes.
You know, to dance. You need to dance. You can't just sit down. Please. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we play. Then when I'm dancing, you guys, I will give you very simple step. We do it together. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Find a space. You know, we have a space. Anywhere you want to stay.
Okay, okay.
Go!
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you very much.